today is one of my bi-weekly Procharger updates. I told you guys and girls I would keep you informed at least twice a week for as long as I could, just to give you an update on what's going on. It's only been 2 weeks, but today is a really, really hot day that I can talk about how this Procharger handles its heat soak and how it performs in heat in general. So it's 98 degrees, but it feels like 100 plus with the humidity. It's terrible outside. I got the air conditioner cranked up, so I apologize if the audio is distorted, but if I don't, the GoPro will overheat and that'll shut down, and then this will be a real short update. I'm sure some of you would be happy about that because I talk and talk and talk. So real quick, let me get right to it. Constant coolant temp, no matter how hot it is amazing. 185, whether I'm in traffic. It'll shoot up a little bit if I'm at idle, but it usually drops right back down. 185. This thing is really good on heat now. My intake air exterior is 98. I'm at 107 and dropping. So I can't complain about my temperatures. Trans temp obviously is at 188. That's going up a little bit, but that should go up and level off around 195. I've gone on long road trips where it's just gotten all the way up to 195 and it's just stayed there. So, but for example, I'm pulling into a little bit of traffic right now. I'm slowing down, and my intake air should shoot up a little bit, but my coolant is going to stay the same. Now, how does the Procharger handle in this heat? It handles just like it did when it was 50 degrees out, believe it or not. I've not noticed a boost loss or any type of power loss at all. And this is one of the main reasons why I went with a Procharger. People keep asking me, why did you go with Procharger over Whipple? I will admit, the Whipple looks nastier. I'm jealous of the way the Whipple looks compared to the Procharger. And the Procharger looks like it's OEM stock for the vehicle. It almost looks like an extra alternator or something sticking out, or, you know, a compressor. Because people walk by at the car show on Sunday, they'll walk by, they'll look in the engine, they'll keep walking, and they'll see that I had my horsepower numbers up, and I'll be like, what? They'll be like, I didn't know these things put down that. I'm like, well, they don't. And then you tell them, well, I'm boosted. And they're like, what? And then you just point it out, and they're non-car people, obviously. But they can't believe it. They're like, this thing's boosted? They're expecting a supercharger to look like the traditional blower you saw in, you know, My Science Project. So the heat comparisons between the Whipple and Procharger are by far so drastic that my decision was pretty simple. In the corner of your screen, I'll see if I can dig up this picture. It shows a infrared comparison of how hot the Whipple gets as opposed to how hot the Procharger gets under load, okay? And Whipple guys can confirm this. I know somebody who was just talking about it this Sunday who was saying, you know, when they're out driving around, he'll literally say, yo, I'm, you know, starting to feel it. I'm starting to lose boost. I can feel a loss of power. And that just happens with heat soak. Procharger people are not experiencing that. Our heat is dissipated so well that it's just non-existent for us. At least for me and for other people that I know with the Procharger system. I was just talking to my friend Alex. He's running on his Charger over 600 at the wheels, and he has no problem with heat at all. So if you're making a decision on what to go with, whether you want to go with Whipple, a Rip, I don't even know if Rip is really popular anymore, or if you're thinking about the Procharger, think about your heat soak. Think about what's going to happen on a day like this when it's literally 100 degrees outside and it's humid as balls. Think about that. Think about how hot do you want to run, you know? There are things that you can do to help yourself. Why is the state trooper just parked on the bridge? And there are things that you can do with the Whipple to cool your temperatures. There's the Killer Chiller box, for example. Sammy, aka Zyman, up in New York, just installed his. His temperatures are incredible now. But those type of superchargers are going to generate a lot more heat than a Procharger or turbo. So it's just something to look out for. That my update today was just to talk about the heat. People are asking me those two questions, like how does it handle in the heat and what made me choose Procharger over Whipple. This was one of the main reasons, temperature. And here in Philadelphia, on the East Coast, we get really, really cold winters, blizzards. We also get shitty ass summers that, you know, we went right from cold and rainy fall, or excuse me, spring. Just seemed like it went right from winter right into the summer. I mean, we're already in a heat wave this week. So I'll report back on Friday again. We've got a couple more days of high temperatures. I'll report back again on Friday just to give you guys an update. I know there are people out there who are checking in that are just curious, who will check in frequently just to see how I'm running. Like I said, this is all stock internals. We went with 6.39 pounds of boost. We're putting down literally 600 horsepower on a rear wheel dyno jet. That's a hell of a lot of power for the 392, and it's all in your tune. You know, Josh down at HHP, probably the best in the business for tuning Hemis. There are other guys, but you know what? Like, if you're going to go with somebody for a Hemi, go with HHP. There must be. Hold on, I'm sorry to be distracted, but anytime I see a lot of Philly highway police officers and state police officers, or state troopers, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 of them down here by the airport, means they're expecting a VIP. Somebody is coming to town that they're going to be escorting. I don't see anybody on the ground yet. Well, there's a Delta Airlines. Maybe people are leaving. I don't know what's going on, but it's usually airport related. I'm sorry about getting distracted with that. Anyway, Heatsoak was my main concern today. Again, look it up before you decide on which one to get. Prochargers, they just handle pretty well in high temperature. Now, I haven't experienced like 114 degree heat like we had a few years ago. I really don't hope. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope I don't get to experience that. I really don't want to do an update about the high temperature like that. So that's all I got for you guys and girls today. Please be safe. Check back on Friday. I'll have my second update of the week. And that's it. I'm out.